Now, continuing with Chevrolet's tradition of user-friendly and intuitive features, you may notice that a lot of these buttons and toggles look quite familiar. Beginning with the door, of course the lock and unlock button do the same thing as they would in any other vehicle. Below here, you'll notice the mirror selector, left or right accordingly. And below that, the circular icon will adjust the tilt and angle of the mirror to give you the perfect view while driving. Underneath, you'll see the window lock for the rear, and to the right of that is the power folding mirror button. Below, you have express power down driver and passenger windows and power down windows for the rear. To the left of the dash, you'll notice the drive mode selector. You'll be able to choose from normal, sport, off-road, and tow haul mode. Of course, normal will maximize fuel efficiency for everyday use. Sport will enhance the steering and suspension feel for added performance. Tow haul will add torque to the rear wheels while towing or hauling. And off-road is going to maximize torque to the rear wheels for conditions that require added traction on snow, gravel, debris, or grass. Below, you'll notice the automatic four-wheel drive selector, four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive low, and two-wheel drive high. Of course, select which one applies accordingly. Auto is going to be for standard everyday conditions where you may experience loss of traction. Two-wheel drive high is for standard everyday driving. Four-wheel drive high is when you need that extra traction on a low traction environment. And four-wheel drive low is strictly for off-road conditions at a low speed. Below that, you'll have your fog light button, you'll have your bed light, and your dimmer for the dash to set the brightness accordingly. Below that is your headlight toggle. I definitely recommend the automatic headlight setting for everyday use. Below, you'll notice that there is no longer a hydraulic parking brake. Instead, there's an electric parking brake, which you'll secure the brakes with the push of a button, like so. To the left of the steering wheel, you'll notice that both your signal and wiper controls have been combined into one stalk. Of course, you'll signal accordingly and adjust your windshield wipers as needed. In addition, you would toggle your high beams on or off accordingly. To the left of the stalk, you'll notice the IntelliBeam button. The IntelliBeam feature allows you to drive with high beams without having to worry about turning down your high beams when there's oncoming traffic. In addition, it will readjust the high beams when light is needed accordingly. To the left, you'll notice your cruise control functions. Of course, you can power, cancel, resume, or set as needed. And you'll also be able to utilize this for the adaptive cruise control, which is equipped in this vehicle. Adaptive cruise control will keep distance and pace according to the vehicle in front of you. It will decelerate, accelerate, and brake as needed without you having to worry about it, giving you a more comfortable and secure driving experience in high traffic conditions. You'll also see your frontal collision alert settings, which allows you to set the space between you and the vehicle you're following. Below that is your heated steering wheel option. To the right of the steering wheel, you'll notice your hands-free button. This button will allow you to answer, make phone calls, and give the infotainment system commands. Below that, the hang up icon, of course, is to hang up a phone call or mute the stereo as needed. Directly to the left of the steering column, you'll find three buttons that control the available 15-inch head-up display on Silverado. The furthest left button will adjust the tilt and angle of the head-up display, allowing you to see the projection clearly on the windshield directly in front of you. The middle button will actually control the info that you see on the page. The far right button will control the brightness or how dim you'd like the head-up display to be. Behind the steering wheel, you'll notice two sets of buttons on either side. The left side will control your favorites. You can toggle through them accordingly as they've been pre-saved in your infotainment system. And on the right, you'll be able to adjust the volume up or down as needed. Chevrolet's infotainment system can be found on the 8-inch screen you see here. Audio is for audio, which allows you to listen to AM, FM, XM satellite radio, and Bluetooth streaming once a compatible device has been connected. To connect a compatible device, select Phone, Connect Phone, Add Phone, and then start a Bluetooth search on your compatible device by selecting your connections, if applicable. Android or Apple may be different. Select Bluetooth, start a search, and you'll look for My Chevrolet. Once you've found My Chevrolet on your phone, select and confirm the code matches both your phone and the infotainment system. Once confirmed, select Pair on both devices, and your phone will seamlessly integrate with the vehicle. Be sure to allow all the permissions that are requested, including contacts, messaging, and Android Auto or Apple CarPlay if applicable. After that, you'll see that your phone is seamlessly projected to your vehicle wirelessly. Next to that, you'll find integrated navigation, which is simple and easy to use. No longer do you need to input coordinates by house number, street name, city, state, and zip code. You simply have to type in your address as you normally would on any normal search, or you can even put in a keyword. If you're looking for the nearest gas station, simply type in gas station and the vehicle will display gas stations within your proximity. With available 4G LTE capability, you can activate a Wi-Fi hotspot by activating Wi-Fi accordingly. You do get 1 month or 3 GB complimentary, whichever comes first. After that, a subscription is required. Next, you'll see the user's icon. You can actually set up different user profiles for the vehicle you're in. In fact, if you happen to get into another Chevrolet vehicle, you can log in with that same user profile to upload all your favorite settings. Vehicle settings can be found within the settings icon, where you'll find system settings, application settings, and vehicle settings. The next two icons are for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, whichever applies. Swipe over to see the trailering application, which will allow you to run a test on the trailer and lights as needed. The applications icon will actually let you download available applications such as Spotify and Pandora to the vehicle with an available data plan. Next over, you'll see the blue OnStar icon, which is redundant to the one above. Simply press for OnStar services. The climate icon will actually allow you to control and adjust the climate settings in a digital format on the screen here, like so. You'll also find the camera icon here, which will allow you to view the camera in eagle eye, tow view, or parking view. In addition, there are 15 available camera views that you can access from Silverado. Once a proper account has been created, you'll be able to log into your Chevrolet account via the My Chevrolet icon directly here on the vehicle. SiriusXM will allow you to access SiriusXM radio in a more direct format than going through the audio icon. Directly below the infotainment system, you notice a power and volume button, seek back, seek forward, a house to get to the home screen, and back to select page back. To the right, there's an analog selector and a check mark to manually select if you do not want to touch the screen. In the center, you'll find controls that probably look similar to what you're driving today, including the defog, defrost, fan location, AC, recirculate, and fan speed. Directly below the temperature setting for driver and passenger, you'll notice 3 buttons. These buttons adjust the heated and ventilated seats for both front driver and front passenger. You'll have your full heated seats, heated seat back, and ventilated seat option. You can adjust the intensity by pressing the button 3 times. 3 lights indicates maximum intensity, 2 lights for medium intensity, and 1 light for mild intensity. Below, you'll notice a selection of buttons. Furthest left is for your lane departure warning. The amber light will indicate that it is active. The lane departure warning uses a camera in the windshield to detect the lines in the road when you're excelling over 35 miles an hour. When making an unsignaled lane change, the vehicle will actually correct itself and you'll be alerted with the safety alert seat vibrating on either side. To the right is your parking sensors to activate or deactivate as needed. You can drop your tailgate from inside by pressing this button. You've got your hazard lights, traction control, which is a safety feature that is on at all times. You'll only need to turn it off if you intentionally intend to enter a low traction environment. Furthest to the right, you'll notice a button that'll actually inhibit projection or retraction of the power steps outside. Press and hold accordingly to set the steps to your desired position. Further below to the left, you'll notice your electric trailer brake control. This will allow you to adjust the gain and setting to the electric trailer brakes on the trailer that you happen to be pulling. In the center, you'll see your USB-C, USB-A, and your standard charging port. Furthest to the right, you'll notice a 120 volt outlet, and below, your wireless charging pad. Set your phone on the pad accordingly, and wait until you see the green Thunderbolt on the phone icon on the infotainment system. If you don't see it, simply turn your phone 180 degrees, and it should activate accordingly. Included with the 9-camera view system is the rear camera mirror, which can be activated like so, giving you full and unobstructed views of what might be behind you.